Alright, welcome to my auto grow 10x5 2019. So where we're at now is 1 week since I transplanted them, and lo and behold, definitely getting some top growth already, which is pretty impressive. So in pot, I'd say it's due to my feeding it with a little bit of Remo. As I said in my last video, my next watering, I was probably going to tickle in a little bit of Remo into the feed along with the Fishshit and FEROCIOUS, and that's what I did 3 days ago. So 3 days ago I gave them a watering, roughly 2 gallons per pot, and I put approximately 3 milliliters of Remo for like the first feeding. Even though the first feeding officially on the 4-week schedule is 5 milliliters, I like to introduce it slow, and thus we have a little bit of good top growth here. So under the Platinum R1150 here, 14 band spectrum dimmable, we're running at about 300 to 350 par all across the board in this tent. And I'm getting ready now, since it's been a week and I'm already seeing some top growth, I'm going to bump it up 100 par. Pretty close to 5. I'm probably going to push it up in the high 4s, at least 450, probably 5 for another week, and I'll go from there. So anyway, what we got going on here under the Platinum, we got an auto lemon ziddle, we have an auto pineapple express, we have a auto northern lights CBD, and we have a blue ace CBD over there. Now moving over here, we have an auto black lemon and an auto honey peach CBD, and we have them going on under the Echo Speed model 3590 Cob Cree unit, 450 watt, and it's also dimmable. Just to skip ahead a little bit, I might not be keeping this light in here. I've been contacted by a gentleman out of California who just started a business, and he offered to send me 2 Pro Island lights, one being a 600 watt and one being a 1200 watt, not draw from the wall but equivalent. So if he follows through on it, I should have them hopefully this week. And I'm thinking I'm going to put the 1200 one here in place of the Echo Speed. So, like I say, I always promise to fulfill my testing and reviews. And the Pro Islands, once again, they are available on Amazon, but they are a full spectrum with IR and UV. And that's about all I'll say about them now till I get them in my hands and it's a done deal. But anyway, that's what we got going on under this Echo Speed. Maybe for good, maybe just for another week. So moving over to here, we have auto Northern Lights times Big Bud, and we have another auto black lemon. We have that going on right here under the CANNA-TIE 200 watt Cob Cree dimmable unit, and also 2 100 watt JC Bright I believe 7 band spectrum lights, LEDs. So that's the configuration I chose for this side. Now that being said, if I do have those lights shipped to me, I'm probably going to put the 600 over here, or maybe the 1200. I haven't decided. I want to see the configuration of the lights. I looked up the 1200, and basically it's the same configuration as a Platinum P600 with dual switches. I think the dimensions are about the same, so it's a longer light, and I'm gonna have to judge it when I get it in my hands. So anyway, that's what we got going on, and not much to say here. I told you I'd keep you updated exactly. I mean, I got my CO2 set at around 400 ppms, but she's riding in the 1200s in here anyway, so it really doesn't matter. I'm not wasting too much CO2 at this point. I'm going to turn it up a little bit, probably up to 500 or 600 now, even though it probably won't even kick on at this point. It won't be till I start seeing signs of bud growth, and I'll jack it right up to 1,000, 1,200 or so. So that's about it for this week. I'd imagine another watering in probably another 3-4 days. You know, I'm not going to tell you how many days or how many days it took to my next watering, because everybody's going to be different. You have to learn the weight of your pots and let your soil dry out appropriately, and it's time to water. I mean, rule of thumb in the beginning, I mean, it can go as much as 5 or 7 days in between a watering. I've seen it go 10. When the plants start picking up, your environment is dialed in. You hope to see it go down to every 3 or 4 days where you can really pump in some nutrients. That's when you start doubling and tripling the same week cycle in 1 week. Right now I'm running here about 79 degrees and about 62% humidity, a little higher. As long as you have humidity a little higher, you can run your temp a little higher. Probably induce a little better plant growth at this point. So that's about all I got to say this week. I'm rambling on. Had some excitement when I first get down to check this. Saw some water on the floor, and my pressure relief valve let go on my furnace, so I went into panic mode. Blood pressure up, anxiety up, whole 9 yards. Wasn't even sure if I was going to get this video in, and I'm surprised I'm not bungling it all up talking about it. So I'm done rambling on. So until next week, I'm sure I'll get one more good feeding in here. I'm going to bring her up to full strength on the next feeding, and we're going to start the growth cycle. So I thank everybody for watching. Once again, any questions, I get right back to you. So enjoy the weekend. Thanks for watching.